Yeah, baby. Nice work. Very nice work. Thanks, everyone.
And it is McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari.
Charles Leclerc clinched an astonishing P3 qualification, later converted to P2 after George Russell's penalty. What truly sent shockwaves through the paddock wasn't just the result itself, but the powerful message Leclerc delivered afterward, a message that has profound implications for Ferrari's future in the championship. Ferrari's 2025 campaign began with tremendous expectations that quickly turned to disappointment. After finishing the previous season with positive momentum, the team encountered unexpected setbacks with the SF25. Leclerc explained, "I'm speaking more about the expectations that we finished last year, where we are in a good momentum with the team, that you've got a good car, then obviously the expectations of what you are trying to target, at least as a team, is to at least start from there and try and improve." The reality proved harsh. Ferrari had taken a significant step backward. The first races of the season revealed a concerning performance gap to their rivals. Lewis Hamilton's best result with Ferrari was a mere 7th place at the Japanese Grand Prix, while Leclerc managed 4th in Japan, but finished nearly 20 seconds behind Max Verstappen. So on that, we were a little bit disappointed to see that we had gone a step back at the beginning of this year, Leclerc admitted. After this testing, as we said, it's very difficult to know where you are. I felt like we maybe kind of saw straight away that McLaren was very strong, but it was still to be confirmed. The situation became so concerning that Ferrari accelerated their development program, pushing forward crucial updates to salvage their season. Ferrari arrived in Bahrain with significant upgrades, primarily focusing on a completely redesigned floor. This wasn't a minor tweak, but a comprehensive overhaul aimed at addressing fundamental performance issues. Ferrari Deputy Team Principal Jerome D'Ambrosio provided insight into the upgrade package. "I think more than a characteristic change, it's just, adding a bit of performance, adding a bit of downforce in the continuity of what we've been developing over the winter." The Italian team had taken an unusually aggressive approach, fast-tracking developments that would normally appear later in the season. The urgency reflected Ferrari's determination to close the performance gap quickly. D'Ambrosio further added, "We've added a little bit of downforce, kept a good drivability, and added a bit of performance on the car. Having said that, our expectations are not that this is going to revolutionize the whole performance. It's just hopefully adding that bit of performance that's in the end very important, because every 100th that you add on the car, it's a step forward, and that's what we're trying to chase. Just to add marginal and steady gains on the car." Lewis Hamilton confirmed the positive impact of the changes. "The upgrades are definitely working. A big thank you to everyone back home for working so hard on bringing the upgrades, because it's never an easy thing. It's a lot of work that goes on in the wind tunnel and a lot of work that goes on in fabricating and putting together these floors." When qualifying began in Bahrain, expectations for Ferrari remained modest. McLaren had dominated practice sessions, with Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris finishing a commanding 1-2 in Friday's second session. They were approximately half a second clear of the nearest competitors. Yet somehow, amid these challenging circumstances, Charles Leclerc produced a moment of pure magic. He secured 3rd place in qualifying, which became 2nd after Russell's penalty. Even more remarkably, Leclerc had outpaced teammate Lewis Hamilton by over half a second, despite sitting out FP1. The achievement left Leclerc himself in disbelief. "Honestly, I didn't expect P3, he confessed during post-session interviews. "I knew that in Q3 there was some lap time. I knew that in Q1 and Q2, I just had to be patient and wait for the track to come towards me in Q3. Leclerc's approach throughout qualifying demonstrated remarkable strategic awareness. It was a bit tricky because at the beginning of Q3, everything felt really bad with the old tires, but then, as soon as we put the new tires, it was quite a bit better. His exceptional lap came despite challenging conditions and against expectations. I'm happy. I did not expect it, but I think it's the result of we explored quite a lot of extreme setups in the last few weekends, and it feels like I found my way a little bit." While Leclerc's qualifying result generated headlines, it was his post-session comments that truly stunned the Formula One world. The Ferrari driver delivered a powerful message about the team's upgrades and future prospects that has entirely changed perspectives on Ferrari's 2025 campaign. First, Leclerc praised the extraordinary efforts of the Ferrari team. The team has pushed like crazy to bring those upgrades here. His appreciation for the factory's commitment showed the unified approach taken to addressing Ferrari's performance issues. Then came the shocking revelation: I don't think it's the best track to have upgrades on, but it's always good. It's a small gain, not a big one, but hopefully next week it will be a bit more of a step. Leclerc was essentially saying that Bahrain's layout wasn't ideal for showcasing the full potential of Ferrari's upgrades. The implication was clear: if Ferrari could secure third place at a track that doesn't maximize their new package, what might be possible at circuits better suited to their developments? The most powerful part of Leclerc's message was his unmistakable optimism for the upcoming races. Next week it will be a bit more of a step. This wasn't just standard driver positivity. It was a confident assertion based on data and feeling that suggested Ferrari's Bahrain performance was merely the beginning of their resurgence. If we are P3 today, especially considering such fine margins with P4, the upgrades helped, Leclerc added, confirming the immediate impact of the new parts while hinting at greater potential still to be unlocked. A key factor in Leclerc's breakthrough wasn't just the hardware upgrades, but a radical approach to car setup. The Monegasque driver revealed that Ferrari had been experimenting with unconventional configurations in recent races. We explored quite a lot of extreme setups in the last few weekends, and it feels like I found my way a little bit, Leclerc explained. This willingness to try bold setup directions had led to a breakthrough in understanding the SF25's characteristics. The experimental approach had begun at the Japanese Grand Prix, where Leclerc discovered something fundamental about the 2025 Ferrari car. At the beginning of the season, we obviously weren't where we wanted to be, and since 2 or 3 races I've gone in an interesting direction setup-wise, which seems to help me to extract a bit more out of the car. This process of exploration had been challenging, but ultimately rewarding.
And that's what I'm trying to do every weekends. For now, it seems to be better and better, which is a good sign for the future.
Leclerc was clear that this wasn't just about finding a comfortable setting, but unlocking the car's fundamental potential.
I'm happy with the lap. It was very, very tricky to put everything together, but I think I did so. So there wasn't much more inside the car.
The combination of hardware upgrades and setup optimization had created a breakthrough that exceeded even the team's internal expectations.
George mentioned I did not expect to be so close to pole position just like him, but tomorrow is going to be a bit more of a challenge.
Despite the qualifying triumph, the race brought Ferrari back to reality. Starting from P2, Leclerc ultimately finished 4th, missing out on a podium position. The race start immediately revealed Ferrari's limitations. Leclerc lost position to Russell and had to defend aggressively from Norris. Though the McLaren driver received a 5-second penalty for a false start, he eventually passed Leclerc in the closing stages. After the race, Leclerc was candid about Ferrari's performance. "We're just not fast enough. We can put it in different ways."
Can he make the move into turn number 1? Does he need to make the move into turn number 1? Side by side, the two Brits go. Norris shuffled to the outside. Nothing between them. Now we apply the power. We climb the hill. Russell knows this is the last traditional overtaking opportunity around the racetrack, and he positioned the Mercedes brilliantly. Norris can't get by. He'll have to get inventive as his teammate is heading to the flag.
The Bahrain Grand Prix has set the Formula One world abuzz with action, drama, and revealing post-race moments that have pulled back the curtain on the growing tension within McLaren. What started as a dominant display by Oscar Piastri ended with a shocking revelation from Lando Norris in the cool-down room that has everyone talking about the 2025 championship battle. Oscar Piastri delivered a masterclass at the Bahrain Grand Prix, claiming his second victory of the F1 2025 season. The Australian took control from pole position and never looked back, finishing a remarkable 14.499 seconds ahead of his nearest competitor. This win represents Piastri's 4th career victory, achieved in his 50th Formula One start. Piastri's dominance wasn't limited to race day. He topped 2 of the 3 practice sessions before securing pole position in qualifying. His performance throughout the entire weekend demonstrated a level of comfort with the McLaren MCL 39 that his teammate Lando Norris clearly lacks. It's great to have this result out here. It's been an incredible weekend. Starting off with qualifying yesterday, and you have to finish the job today in style, was nice. I can't thank the team enough for the car that they've given us. It's pretty handy out there.
No, great to have this result out here. It's been an incredible weekend. Started off with qualifying yesterday, and yeah, to finish the job today in style was nice. So yeah, I can't thank the team enough for the car they've given us. It's pretty handy out there. So.
The victory also holds special significance as it marks McLaren's first ever win at what's considered their second home track. Mumtalakat, the sovereign wealth fund of Bahrain, is the leading owner of the British-based F1 team, making this win particularly sweet for the entire organization. Piastri's victory has significant implications for the Drivers' Championship standings. He becomes the first repeat winner of the 2025 season, closing the gap to his teammate Lando Norris to just 3 points. Had Norris finished one position lower, the McLaren drivers would have been tied, with the tiebreaker going to Piastri thanks to his 2 wins compared to Norris's 1. The championship battle now appears to be primarily between the McLaren teammates, with Max Verstappen falling to 3rd place in the standings, 5 points behind Piastri. The Red Bull driver, who had dominated Formula 1 in recent years, could only manage a 6th place finish in Bahrain, highlighting the shift in the competitive order on the grid. While Oscar Piastri cruised to victory, George Russell had to overcome significant challenges to secure his 2nd place finish. The Mercedes driver, who started 3rd after qualifying, faced numerous technical issues throughout the race.
Yeah, it was exceptionally difficult towards the end. I had all sorts of problems with the car. The steering wheel, I was losing all my data, and the brake pedal went into a failure mode, so I had to do all these resets, and 1 minute the brakes were working properly, the next they weren't.
In a post-race interview, Russell elaborated further on his difficulties.
Strategically, the team was on point. Just talk us through the decision to start the race on the soft tyre, first of all.
I mean, we kind of thought most people would start on the soft. We knew George only had one medium and one hard, and there was quite a lot of people around us that were in the same boat. So, yeah, we felt starting on the soft was going to be the best option.
Despite these issues, Russell managed to hold off Norris's challenge on the final lap, securing his 3rd podium finish in 4 races this season. This impressive start to the year represents Russell's best beginning to a Formula 1 season in his career. Lando Norris's weekend in Bahrain was one to forget. After qualifying a disappointing 6th on Saturday, his race began with a costly error before the lights even went out. He positioned his car incorrectly in his grid box after the formation lap, resulting in a 5-second time penalty that he served during his first pit stop. "I made too many mistakes with the overtakes out of position," Norris admitted afterward. "It was a messy race for me. I'm disappointed not to bring home a 1-2 for McLaren because that would have been lovely at home. A tough one, but still a few positives."
Nothing more than that, so a tough race, of course. I made too many mistakes with the overtakes. The out of position was a messy race for me, and disappointed not to bring home a 1-2 for McLaren because that would have been lovely at home. So a tough one, but still a few positives.
Norris's race was further complicated at the safety car restart, where he was overtaken by both Ferrari drivers, Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton, dropping him briefly to 5th position. He subsequently made hard work of passing Leclerc, locking up heavily at turn 1 before finally completing the overtake at turn 4 several laps later. In the closing stages, Norris put pressure on Russell but couldn't find a way past the Mercedes driver, attempting a move into turn 1 on the final lap that Russell successfully defended against. After the race, the 3 podium finishers gathered in the cool-down room prior to the trophy ceremony. This is where the most revealing moment of the weekend occurred, as the drivers watched highlights of the race on the television screen. The footage showed various moments from the Grand Prix, including Norris's battles with the Ferrari drivers and his ultimately unsuccessful attempt to pass Russell on the final lap. When footage of Piastri leading comfortably appeared on screen, Norris commented, "Who's that? That's boring. He's all on his own." Russell responded, 16 seconds ahead? Cruising. Russell revealed that he had considered attempting to overtake Piastri for the lead at the safety car restart. I was tempted to go for a bit of a move at the restart, Russell admitted. Piastri acknowledged he was aware of the potential threat. I saw. I was like, he's close enough if he really wants to go for it. Then Norris delivered the line that has everyone talking. Why didn't you? That would have been nice.
Nice easy race. Pretty calm. All under control.
The medium was pretty sweet.
Yeah, when the soft was in. The soft was the best stuff.
Oh yeah.
By a mile.
Actually, through turn 2 was so difficult. With the tailwind.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Is that Max Racing Carl?
No, that's Yuki.
Oh.
It's restart.
Who's that?
Did you get past him?
You done me here on the outside.
What do you mean who said? It's you.
Alright, mate. Jesus. Sorry because you're so far ahead, right?
Oh, jeez.
Was
Lisos. Oh, you little dummy there, mate.
Oh,
Oh,
what
jeez.
a muppet.
Oh, no.
Who's that?
Oh, what a move. What? Oh. This turn 4. Same lap. Oh, you got it done. That's decent at least.
Oh, that's that. No, I see. Alright, you were definitely going to have me off there, weren't you?
Nah, mate, loads of room.
Yeah. Who's that? That's boring. He's on his own. After second.
Yeah, you're 16 seconds ahead. Cruising. I was tempted to go for a bit of a move on the restart. I just thought,
I was like, you post it up if you really
Why
want to go
didn't you?
for it.
That would have been nice.
as being,
You know.
This revealing comment clearly demonstrates that Norris views his teammate as his primary championship rival and would welcome other drivers taking points away from Piastri. The fact that Norris was willing to openly express this in front of Piastri himself indicates the growing tensions within the McLaren team as the championship battle intensifies. Had Russell managed to overtake Piastri and maintain the lead until the checkered flag, Norris's championship lead would have been 10 points instead of the current 3. A significant difference in what promises to be a closely fought season. Beyond the revealing cool-down room comments, Norris has been honest about his difficulties adapting to the 2025 McLaren. I feel like I've just never driven a Formula One car before. I'm struggling a lot. I don't know why. I have to try and find some answers, he said in the post-race press conference. I wish I knew the answer. I don't know. I'm just nowhere near the capability that I have, which hurts to say. I have no doubt about that I am good enough, but something's just not clicking with me in the car. I'm not able to do any of the laps like I was doing last season.
I wish I knew. Wish I knew the answer. I don't have an answer, honestly. Even for myself, whether or not I would share it with you guys, I don't know. But I just, you just know when you're. I think you're an athlete, when you're a driver, whatever it is. You just know when things click, when you feel confident, when you feel comfortable. I'm confident that I have everything I need and I've got what it takes. Like I have no doubt about that I'm good enough and all of those things. But something's just not clicking with me in the car. I'm not able to do any of the laps like I was doing last season.
This stands in stark contrast to Piastri, who appears completely at ease with the MCL 39. Piastri acknowledged that while there have been moments where the car has been tricky to drive, for the most part, I've been pretty happy with the car. This difference in adaptation has clearly played to Piastri's advantage in the opening races of the 2025 season. McLaren team principal Andrea Stella has provided some context for Norris's struggles, suggesting that changes to the car's characteristics have affected the drivers differently. We know that we have made some changes to the car which made Lando's life a bit more difficult, Stella explained in an interview with the BBC. We know technically what this is. Lando is adapting to this. Somehow, potentially, it might have played a bit more on Oscar's end, and we are working together to fix it. Stella also defended Norris, praising his approach to overcoming these challenges. It is an uncomfortable situation, but the way Lando is navigating through this situation from a substantial point of view is the same as other champions that I've seen in the past. Regarding Piastri's performance in Bahrain specifically, Stella was reluctant to call it the best race of the Australian's young F1 career, reserving that status for his victory against Charles Leclerc in Baku last year. Instead, He described it as Piastri's most robust weekend. Stella said, "No hesitations, no inaccuracies. Everything that was available, he capitalized on. She